It's Thursday night, September 26th, 2024, and I'm sitting up in my bed checking a river monitoring app on my phone. The outer banks of Hurricane Helene are hitting us in East Tennessee, and the level of the Nolichucky River, about a half mile from my house, has been rising. But it's starting to go back down a little. Relieved, I can finally get some sleep. At the same time, a truck is leaving the Oklahoma City Fire Department with a search and rescue crew and 2 swiftwater rescue rafts. They are heading to western North Carolina, where things are expected to get bad. On Friday morning, I'm trying to get some work done, but the app shows that the river is still rising quickly, even though the rain is letting up. I get in the truck again to drive around and check things out. The river is starting to flood low-lying areas, places I regularly take my 3 daughters to go swimming. The rain has stopped and the sky is clearing up, but the river is rising by about a foot every 30 minutes. Helene has continued pouring rainwater into the river basin between Roan Mountain and Mount Mitchell. I get home and my wife, Erica, and I talk things over. We tell the kids it's time to go. At the same time, the crew from Oklahoma City is driving down Interstate 26 across the corner of Tennessee toward North Carolina. But there's a problem. All traffic is stopped because the Nolichucky River is flowing over the top of I-26 in Erwin, Tennessee. The search and rescue crew takes exit 37 to travel down Highway 81, trying to reroute to North Carolina. As we run back down the hill to get our horses, Erica and I start to call our neighbors to make sure they're getting out of their houses and to higher ground. I call Don and she calls Vicky. Vicky doesn't answer, but Don, a 74-year-old Marine Corps veteran, is still in his house. "You have to get up to our house," I yell into the phone. He says he needs to get his dog out of the backyard where he's standing on top of his doghouse. I shout that he might need to leave his dog to save himself. Then he tells me that he has his dog, and they're back in the house, but he can't get out. There's too much water, and it's moving too fast. They have to just hold on. I hear Don screaming, and I feel myself screaming with frustration and panic when the call drops. How is this happening so fast? While we are walking 2 horses and 2 ponies up the hill, Erica calls Vicky again. She and her husband are stuck at their house. His truck, a new F-350, has already been carried away by the river. They can't get out and no one can get to them. She asked my wife to let their horses out of the stalls in their barn before they drown. The crew from Oklahoma City has hit another obstacle. A bridge on Highway 81 has been washed away by the swollen, furious river. They are not going to be able to reach their destination. They turn around and start slowly driving back the way they came. They don't even know where they are, but they're ready to help. I don't know whether you believe in miracles, but a search and rescue crew drove for over 8 hours only to end up in the wrong place. They had the tools to help, but no knowledge of who needed helping. I knew people who needed help, but didn't have the tools. As they drove, they saw people gathered in my yard, and I yelled to them that there are people still trapped in their houses. They stop. We start to unload the rafts. They can't reach everyone. The river is just too deadly, flowing with the strength of 10,000 railroad trains and filled with trees and boulders and pieces of roads and houses. But they saved at least 4 people in our little community. And my family considers it a miracle that Don is still our neighbor on one side and Vicky is still our neighbor on the other.